Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better, I Swear podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Mark with the mic.
What's going on? What is going on?
Chilling, chilling, Mark.
A lot of shit
What it
happened this
is.
week. A lot of video games announcements and a lot of everything popped up this week. We had Summer Game Fest last ending. I think it ended Monday, but you still have some stuff going on in there, like the indie games and all that stuff. But they showcased a lot of cool stuff. Xbox had actually a really good presentation. There's a lot of games called me, no, but they had a really good presentation. Ubisoft was Ubisoft. You saw what you needed to see from there. Um, but yeah, some good games. Oh, and Bison. We talked about Bison too right before they announced him. But Bison, Terry Bogard, Mia, and and who was the fourth person?
Oh, we'll just get into the whole thing
Anyway, yes,
because
sir.
they have a list so you can see the names in order.
There you go.
Because I think they're not uh
Bison's first.
in in presentation order. Uh, so what? That was last Thursday, or was that
That's
Friday
Friday.
that the game awards was?
Friday. He was
So something happened
Friday.
on Thursday. I forgot what. I think it was the last. There was another tournament.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
thinking of. Uh oh yeah, I think that was. I think it was DreamHack Dallas was last week.
Yeah. Oh, I think
So that was like the beginning of last week. That's the first things that happened. Trying to remember everything in order. So
yeah.
DreamHack was the end. That's a Southern slash Texas based tournament, I believe, for fighting games. So they had a lot of big things there. But they did not announce Bison there, which I think they wanted to announce Bison fast because I think they were afraid people might leak him.
Okay.
So I think that's why it was like Akuma a week and then straight up Game Awards, and they were like the day after. No, 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 Bison. So um, let's see. So Street Fighter 6, they announced, like you said, M Bison, Terry Bogard, Elena, and the last character is Mai.
Yes.
So there's two from Fatal Fury.
I'm
Um,
excited for those two.
they did not they did not show them. Yeah, they didn't show them gameplay. Obviously, they're not done yet. But the surprise was that literally right after, yeah, at the end of the presentation that showed the trailer, um, after the Game Awards was over, Capcom on the Street Fighter account had said, "Oh, well, we saw the overwhelmingly positive response for M Bison. Here's the teaser for his gameplay trailer." So less than 24 hours after he was announced, they showed you the teaser, and then like the next 4 hours later, because people thought it was going to be in the morning. In the morning,
Yeah.
it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. They were like, whatever, and so they released the actual trailer, the gameplay trailer for M Bison, meaning that he was pretty much done.
Yeah.
And then you find out via that he's out this very month. So again, he was probably just in the oven just cooking. So
Yeah.
he's ready to go. Hopefully that means you don't have to wait forever for Terry, because in the order he's the
Terry's
next.
next. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't, okay. But their cycle is 2 months.
Yeah, it's every
So
season.
so they supposedly do two a month until the end of it. But this one actually broke the cycle because this is not 2 months after Akuma.
Yeah, it's like 1 month right out there. They're like, fuck it, let's just get him out.
So
I love it. I like it.
So
I actually
because
liked. I'm excited for
I
the two.
assume I'm assuming they did this because people were probably looming with the leaks and the whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't think the news would have hit as hard. Obviously, if people had said, "Hey, Terry's coming," and it was like, "Ah," and then you see it, and it's like, "Yay!" But so this way, it's just yay.
I heard like mixed
Um,
reviews with Cherry and the two P. I was excited. I 100% excited to
I
see them too.
well, we don't focus on the negative. So if you don't
Exactly.
like it, kick rocks.
Yeah, kick rocks.
Um, so I think they did a good job at least with the reveal because of the quality I mean the lengths that they went,
Yeah.
because not every character gets fully animated like reveal.
Yeah.
And if you saw it, they had like it was straight up. Luke and Jamie were playing. I guess they were playing Street. No, I think they probably were playing Fatal Fury.
They
They
were
didn't
playing a
show it.
game. Yeah.
They were probably playing, more than likely playing Street Fighter. Maybe we're playing Fatal Fury, and then they see Terry come in, and then mind you, this thing is fully animated. Then you get the teaser of Elena like sitting, Mai flying through the air doing ninja stuff, Bison with the horse, and so then you have that's all the characters they have.
Yeah.
I do hope at the end of it they have a teaser for the next person because it's only four.
Yeah.
Usually it's five. That's all I'm saying.
The last one was
They have
four.
a teaser.
Was it 4 or 5?
I thought it was five.
I think it was
I
4.
thought the first character came with the game, right? Then you have to pre-order to get the first one early. I
Mm,
forget. Maybe I'm thinking of a
season
different game.
1.
Because I know Aki, Akuma, uh,
No, it
Ed.
was 4.
Oh, it was it. It was
Yeah,
only four.
Rashid, Ed,
Oh yeah,
Akuma, and Aki.
She is one. She is one.
I think they talked about that in the beginning of the series too. That they were going to do it in fours. Season 1 was going to be in. Season 1 and 2 was supposed to be in fours.
Okay. Well, regardless, I hope they do a teaser for the next season at the end.
Me too.
That's about it.
I'm excited.
Tekken didn't have anything because the character was already out. MK did not release because their guy was Wednesday. They
Yeah,
showed not Peacemaker.
Homelander.
Homelander was Wednesday. They showed him off. They,
Yeah.
and I think the day after, maybe that Friday they showed the girl. I don't think they showed the cameo yet. I'm thinking about it.
They showed
Farah.
them in the. They showed her in the trailer, but they didn't. I don't think they really like
No, they're
highlight
supposed to
her.
have a showcase.
Oh,
They
okay.
s- they like they did for the previous two cameos, Jackie, and what
Okay.
was the other person?
The last
Yeah,
person that
Chameleon,
came out.
Chameleon, Chameleon. Yeah, it was
Chameleon.
Jackie
Yeah.
and it was Chameleon. Was the other cameo? Um,
Tremor.
was
Oh.
he the first one?
Yeah, he was the first one that came with Omni Man.
He's the first one. Okay, so yeah, like I said, so far they're up to four, right? With
Yeah.
MK, four
Yes.
characters, four cameos, right?
Yeah, it was Peacemaker. It was two more. No, it was
It's
like
always it's
5.
always paired. It's always paired. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
but I think they
Uh,
they released
so
5 characters.
it was Peace Walker with Jack. Not Jack. I call her Jackie. The female Johnny Cage mime.
Yeah,
What is she? Because she's a new character.
Cage or something like that.
She is Jackie, right?
Yeah,
I'm
Jackie Cage or something like
confusing
that.
her. She's not the daughter.
Yeah.
The daughter is Cassie. So it's Peacemaker, Jackie Cage, um, Homelander, Farrah. It was Ermac. Was Ermac Trimmer?
Yeah.
Was Trimmer somebody else?
Okay.
That's the thing I'm trying to remember. Was Ermac Trimmer? No, it was Ermac and Chameleon, I believe.
No.
Or was it Omni
Chameleon came
Man?
with Quan Chi.
Chameleon and Quan Chi. That's what it is. So was Trimmer with Ermac or was he with Omni Man?
Mavode. Mavode. was with
Oh,
Birdman.
Movado was with
Movado, yeah,
Urban.
yeah.
Yes,
They
yes,
haven't
yes.
released
Okay,
the girl yet.
okay, okay.
That was supposed to be with Homelander. So
All
they
right.
what, one, two, three,
So that's this
four,
week. All right, that's cool.
five,
That's cool.
six
So
characters.
they showed the trailer, and he's out this, and she's out this week. All right,
Yeah,
that's not bad. I have seen him. He looks cool.
I haven't played it yet. I
And
meant to try it out and I had to download everything and I was like,
he does look Superman-ish, obviously,
yeah,
but he's definitely different. He looks like a they mixed Superman with a grappler style of character because I see that he has a lot of yoke you up type of moves and
yeah.
like choke you out and stuff. I'm like, okay, all right.
He kind of reminds me of Black Adam,
I guess so, but that
but
he
without the
was
electric.
projectile. Yeah, he was a projectile character. That's the thing.
But he had a lot of grapples.
Did it?
Yeah, he had like a lot of counter grapples and shit.
Okay. All right.
That because when I saw his gameplay, it reminded me of him a little bit, and it reminded me of fuck the
We talking
red.
about Shazam? I think you mean
Maybe
Shazam.
Shazam. Maybe
Shazam was the
Shazam.
grappler,
It was like one of them
and then
two.
Justice One, it was Shazam,
Yeah.
and Black Adam was the one with the lightning bolts and the little
Yeah.
clouds.
Yeah.
That was annoying.
But yeah, they're done with their characters.
So I believe that's it for MK. Um, what else was there that was like currently that you could play now type of deal? I think there was some stuff. There was a one game that I'm interested in. I think it was Dark and Darker.
I didn't see that one.
That was like a first person game that it looks like. See, I don't know if you're familiar. The original From Software games were something called Kingsfield,
Okay.
and it was like a first person dungeon action game. They showed one of these that I guess it was a fan made game before, and it got
Yeah.
taken down
Okay.
for some odd reason. And now it's back. I guess they had a little graphical upgrade. That was one of the things that they said was out the day of from the
Okay.
Game Awards. So I'm gonna try that out.
That looks cool.
Oh, Metal Slug, the demo went live, I believe, the same day as the Game Awards.
Cool.
So you try out the Metal Slug demo for Metal Slug Tactics. I tried it. It's actually pretty fun.
Have you tried a G.I. Joe game?
No, I did not.
And I think the
It does,
demo's up.
I have to try it because it doesn't look particularly special. Doesn't look bad. It just looks very
It looks
standard,
generic. It looks like a
especially
generic beat 'em up.
especially after seeing that Power Rangers beat him up
I'm excited for
and
that.
so much varied stuff in it. So
That was the same people that did Shredder's Revenge, right?
no, that's the same people putting they're not making the game. They're the ones
Produce, like
uh yeah, I think you say producing the game.
develop.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they're not developing the
Oh,
game.
okay. I'm
Uh
excited for that Power Ranger one. Like I saw it, I saw the gameplay, and I'm like, all right. But then I seen the fucking like you actually playing as the damn Zords fucking sold me. I was like, oh, that's different. That's fucking cool. And
I
then
did like
the roller coaster shit.
the presentation though. I
Yeah,
think is the thing that sold me. It was like it's not just the Zords because they had the they had them in like other games. It's like it's what do you call that style? Punch Out style?
it's like
Because
I
it's
yeah
you can see yourself and your fists, and then you see the bad guy looking at you. So I guess it's Punch Out,
yeah
right?
like arcade Punch Out when he was like the
Yeah,
green arrow
yeah,
wiry
wireframing.
guy. Yeah. With that one, I actually liked the fact too is the fact that they kind of took some stuff from Once a Ranger, that fucking Netflix series, that Netflix show that they did with Zach and Billy returning and shit. Because the robotic Rita is from that show.
Okay, I got
So
you.
I thought that was actually kind of cool. I was like, all right, they're connecting that, and that's cool. I think Tommy's in it. I'm wondering if he is, and maybe he'll be a DLC or something like that. But I'm surprised I didn't see him. But I did see a green character sprite, so I'm just saying. But it looks cool. It looks like it's gonna be fun. I'm definitely gonna get it because it's Power Rangers. But I like beat 'em ups, and it looks like it looks creative with the whole
You know, I'm trying. I
Shin
don't want to
shit.
just say it. What's the name of what's the name of the? Because it has like a logo for it already. I think it's like Power Rangers, like something.
Uh,
Um,
Rita Rewind.
I knew it had the word rewind in it. That's
Yeah,
what it was.
Read a Rewind. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm excited for that one. I definitely will be getting it, and Hasbro is produced is has their name on it too, which I think they also have the name on the GI Joe game. So I guessing they're looking to make
Trying
some
to get that
games.
video game money. Why not?
Hey, you're not doing it
As
with
long
the
as they
show, no?
don't, as long as they don't WB it, WB it,
Yeah.
because I don't know if you saw there was like a somebody exposed, some insider exposed that I guess the inner workings of Suicide Squad, at least why it was what it was, and it was WB that made it
Yeah.
that asked for it to be that,
Yeah.
not what was the company name? Rocksteady.
Rocksteady, no.
Yeah,
And
so it
then
wasn't their idea, and it was WB that was like, let's make a live service game, and it backfired.
they're like, hey, you know what you should do? Something that I never did. Do a live service game.
And then it's the losses are in the hundreds
Yeah.
of millions, something like that. Like
Yeah.
it's a
It's a big
ridiculous
loss.
amount of
It's a
money.
big loss. And they thought they'll get people back in with the DLC, and no. No biters.
It's a small country has been lost in terms of money. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
So that's not good.
Um,
Uh,
what's your standouts of everything that we saw?
uh, so the Game Awards
It was
show itself.
a Game Fest.
So
It wasn't a
some
reward show.
oh yeah, I forget. I forget. It's the same guy,
Same
different thing.
guy, Kevin Neely.
So the Game Fest show was
Jeff Keighley. There you go.
uh the Power Rangers game was one of them.
Me too.
Uh, Street Fighter and Terry was definitely one of them.
I popped for that. The moment I saw that star, I was like, "Oh shit, they putting him in. That's fucking dope."
Yeah, that's still kind of ridiculous. And then they actually had gameplay of Phantom Blade Zero
I've been
instead of
hearing
just
some
another
crazy things about that.
video. They
Yeah,
actually show what it looks like with the UI and stuff, so you can see it's a real game.
yeah,
And it's pretty much what I thought it was. What it looks like God Hand. It has like it's a tight it's a tight third person action game,
yeah.
and you see it goes into like one versus many with the camera. You can like kind of see who it up,
Okay.
but also that's literally the definition of God Hand. What it was,
Yeah.
you versus people with that tight perspective.
Mhm.
It does look like it has QTEs in it because it literally you see like press Y and he does like a move to a person.
Yeah.
So I think that's how they handle those, like, because that thing showed intricate kills and like counters, and I'm like, that can't just be gameplay. I'm like, oh, all right. So it's like it has context sensitive things like that. So I'm like, if they're gonna do that, that's a good way to do that,
Yeah.
and then keep the action like up close and tight, and then responsive and fast. Like I just need people to talk about the demo that supposedly is out there. There's one that they're gonna put out for the press. Obviously, they at the end they showed a tour for the demo.
Yeah.
Like they literally gonna bring the demo to different places. Obviously, I'm not gonna be there because they're gonna be at like events and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So hopefully, not just some random game news. I'm sorry, but I really don't want to hear what the IGN guys have to say. I hope somebody who knows how to play games like that
Yeah.
touches it. What I want to see. I don't
Um.
hear from casuals telling me about the game because if it's hard, the first thing you're gonna hear is Dark Souls, and then it's gonna just make me not want to listen to you.
Yeah.
I
The dude from Kind of Funny, he got to play it. Andy Cortez. I think he worked for IGN, but he's a big person that plays like all those like soul games
but
and
is
stuff like that.
but does he understand it? Is
No,
he
he
good?
understands it. He fucking loves it. Like the way he was describing it and the way he was like talking about that game, he was like, "Yeah, dude, I didn't want to leave."
Again,
But
again,
he's excited with the
perspective I
combo
need
expected.
is not a casual.
Yeah,
I need to hear nobody like, oh yeah, it looks cool. I need to hear like they put their hands on it. How does it feel? Because again, a lot of that stuff looks cool,
yeah,
and it could be trash. And again, because I don't know that studio, like
Yeah.
I have no reason to trust them.
But
So again, that and I'm very very curious about that, and that was like I'm happy I saw it. And also they put a date to Black Wukong, and that's the August I think
August,
20th.
yeah, this is right around the corner.
So again, that I'm happy it's right around the corner, but also I do want to hear more like people who play those games like talk about that game because I haven't really heard anything from people who are into that stuff, not just journalists. Because again, the
Yeah.
journalists have the distinction of, hey, there's a joke about you guys where they call it journalist mode because once a game gets past a certain difficulty, you guys fumble and crumble
Yeah.
and start saying bad things about the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's again, I like to have people who actually play those things touch them.
Yeah.
Um, that's about it for like mainstay. Like, oh, holy crap, I'm looking to this. I'm putting my money where my mouth is type of deal.
Yeah.
Everything else is just like from the game fest. I'm trying to think. From the game fest, not much else that I think I'm like dying to put my hands on.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was a bad show.
I think
That's
Xbox
how
had a
I'll
really
leave it.
good one. From what they
That's how
showed,
I'll leave
yeah.
it. I'll go. Yeah, it was I thought the reveals were very good, but just the amount of stuff is still very very small. What I want to actually play.
Yeah. The Doom Dark Ages look crazy.
I Yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah.
But I I never played. I haven't played it in any of those.
Man, I didn't. The funny shit is, I think I own the last two, and I probably played it for like an hour, and then the other things came up, so I never actually like fully sit down and played them. But the what you could do with the shield, and it turns into like a chainsaw shield, I thought that was actually pretty fucking cool. I was like, all right, I might actually have to try this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the one Astrobot, I saw the gameplay of it, and I'm actually extremely excited for that game. I think it's so cute, and it actually looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. The Lego Horizon, I actually saw gameplay of that, and I'm like, all right, I'm definitely getting that because I love the Lego games. I don't know, I just enjoyed them. But the Black Wukong, I'm actually looking forward to. The Phantom Blade, it got me more into it, and I'm like, damn, I'm gonna suck at this game, but I'm gonna love playing it. It looks like it's gonna be like that kind of game, and I'll probably finish it, but yeah, I probably want to fight it afterwards too, and that's the kind of game that looks, but it looks fucking beautiful. Like you put the name back in my head last week, and when I saw it, I was like, yeah, I kind of want to play it now.
Mm-hmm.
But from I would listen to Kind of Funny, and the dude was like high praising the demo that he got to play and stuff like that, and he actually really loved what he got to play, and I think he has a lot of experience with the Dark Souls and all that stuff. Like he has finished them and all that stuff, but he was actually saying a lot of things that were not Dark Souls related with the combats with the parry system,
Mm-hmm.
and he said he like it was like very fluid. So I'm actually again I want to see more on that. I definitely probably look into that and be like, all right, I might get that. The Metal Gear Solid I'm actually interested in. Um, the one game that I saw the Perfect Dark. I was like, okay, whatever. I'm
Oh, but
not
that's
int.
but
Yeah,
that's Microsoft though.
yeah.
Did you see anything? Did you
Oh,
finish the game
so
fest or
yeah, the
whatever?
Game Fest thing part of that again the Power Rangers I think is the one that sold me the most, and then the Phantom Blade stuff that I actually saw I actually really dug. Um, that was the two things of that show that I actually was like, all right, those are the things I want to play.
Mm-hmm. The So the Microsoft was the next day or was it
It
Monday?
was on my mom's birthday. Happy birthday. That was June 9th, Sunday,
Okay, so
and
that
then
was
Ubisoft was Monday.
okay. Okay, so Microsoft, I know they had a presentation, like you said, it was as solid, right? It was.
It was nice. It was
It was a good
interesting.
lineup.
Yeah, it was interesting. I didn't really care about the people talking, but it was just like I'm all for what they were showing. It was interesting to see what was coming out and what they have in store. The games that I was kind of seeing, hoping that I see, weren't there, and I'm just simple. I kind of want a new Killer Instinct because I actually really liked that game, so I was hoping we'll see glimpses of that, or maybe But that was the actually though that was like the main game I thought about. Like I was like maybe we get a Killer Instinct. Nope, nope, nope. But they showed some good stuff. The Doom Dark Ages, they actually showed more that, and that was actually really cool. Um, the Indiana Jones, I'm not really impressed with. But then again,
Uh,
I'm not never
it
been a
barely
big fan.
showed. It barely showed like what the gameplay is gonna be beyond that little slice with the talking and
Yeah,
the girl with the grenade and stuff. But I mean, if they're trying to do an Uncharted with Indiana Jones, I
yeah,
mean, whatever. Yeah, it
yeah,
is what it
whatever.
is. It's just I hope they get the right, they have the right cast and the right voices for it, because
Yeah,
that's what sells that type of game.
yeah,
Like, I mean, you could be really honest, brutally honest about Uncharted and say that uh, those games are not good past a certain difficulty, because once you ramp it up, the enemies are blatant bullet sponges, and the game becomes much less fun.
yeah,
So I think it's less about the gunplay and the whip play and stuff.
yeah,
It's just if they want that to sell, because it's not, it can't be Harrison because he's too old.
yeah.
So you're gonna lose that charm there already. It's just like I I hope they nail it with the personalities. That's all I'm saying.
Me too.
With the Indiana Jones game,
But it's not
that's
something
that's
that.
all I could really say.
Yeah, it's not something I like. I again, if it's on Game Pass, I'll probably try it out. But it's not something I'm looking forward to. Perfect Dark looked interesting. It was not much play of it. They had a
I'll see it
whole,
when it's out.
huh?
I'll see it when it's out
Yeah. Call of Duty had like a whole half hour of shit.
because I mean, it's a big deal. I
Yeah,
don't
it
care,
is.
but it's
Yeah,
the fact that it's the first day and date Call of Duty on Game Pass is
yeah,
supposed to be is an actual huge deal. But also, you just gotta go, huh? I wonder where some of the sacrifices went, and I think I know.
yeah.
You can think it too.
Mm-hmm.
So, so to that end, I'm like, well, yeah, I don't care. This game type is not for me. The Gears stuff looks good, but again, Gears kind of passed me by. Uh, I haven't played Gears 4 or 5. Like, I
Yeah,
just don't care.
yeah.
The only thing that would bring me back, right? Are they gonna have the voices?
They're supposed to be
Are they
younger.
gonna have I'm just saying, are you gonna have John DiMaggio reprise Marcus Phoenix?
I'd be down for that.
And the guy that does Dom come back for Dom? I mean, just to say, I'm just saying, regardless.
Who knows?
This is a very specific thing. They show young Dom and young Marcus. That's all I'm saying.
Yep.
Uh, and then beyond that is just I guess it's just how does it play,
Yeah.
right? Because that's the other big part of Gears is chainsawing dudes and shooting them and all that stuff. Hammer of Dawn and whatnot. That's what I'm talking about. So I'll wait and see until they show more of the gameplay, right? Because it
Yeah.
was mostly a CG trailer.
Yep. Yep.
Uh, and then again, I said my piece about Doom. I have not played them.
Okay.
That's not my type of that type of Doom. I know it's good. Like I've seen it in motion. I've seen lots of different people play both the two previous ones.
Yeah.
So I know it's not a quality thing. It's just the fact that those are extremely fast first person shooters. I can't play that.
Yeah.
I would get sick, so I can't play that. So it is what it is.
Mega. And then you also had like the Metal Gear Solid, Delta.
But that's not theirs.
Yeah.
That's not theirs. Stop it.
They
You don't
trying to
own
make
that.
it theirs.
You don't own that. Stop it. Stop it. So Metal Gear, I'll see it when I see it. And I'll definitely play it, but because that's like one of my favorite Metal Gears.
Yeah.
But I also still have to wonder when are you cowards gonna release Metal Gear Solid 4? It's stuck on PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
Who's gonna make the move?
I don't know. They're
Like
like, they might
nobody's
forget
ever
about
gonna
it.
play that game again. Nobody's ever gonna play it. You're gonna remake 3 and not go to 4? Alright. Alright.
Something I would got interested was the Starfield stuff, the updates they did, and they allowing you to use mods and all that stuff. I was like, all right, I'll probably revisit. And they announced their DLC for it too, which I'm interested in. I actually like Starfield, so I was like, all right, go back.
Hmm.
Other than that, like I thought the presentation was like it was a good, interesting presentation, but there's not a lot of like meat for me to like. I'm gonna want to get these games because there's like one or two that we'll get into, but other than that, like it's not a lot for me of what I like to
And
play.
then I know Ubi had There's the Day After.
Yeah,
And I didn't realize that they had the Star Wars game.
yeah,
Um and that looks cool. I think that's like the most uh surprising, like a it's not original, but usually I kind of count Star Wars games as original because they're mo 9 times out of 10 they're not the same game. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
If it's not about the
So,
original trilogy and stuff like that, it's its own story. So
yeah, it's
those are
usually
the
its
good
own thing.
things. Yeah,
So that also so it surprised me in how the well, I mean, it's called Star Wars Outlaws.
yeah,
Why are we surprised that there's like some gunslinging and dirt throwing and all types of stuff like that? So and motorcycle type vehicle riding, like it makes sense.
yeah.
Um, and it looks good.
It looks good.
My only thing is I don't know who made it, as in what team made this game. So I don't know how to feel about, is it gonna fall apart? You know what I mean? Is it
Yeah,
gonna bug out? So uh, I'm a little skeptical about that. But I mean, like, if this is like a world type of deal, a big world type of deal, that's what Ubi do.
yeah,
So I can't sit here and be like, well, I'm waiting for this one to go down the drain. I'm like, no, that's what Ubi do. Ubi makes worlds, so let's see what Ubi can do with Star Wars.
yeah.
Um, will I get it day one? Of course
Plus,
not.
it's also around the corner too.
But of course I won't get it day one.
Massive Entertainment
What
is
about you?
who's doing it.
Are you? Oh, they sound familiar.
Um,
Okay,
hmm?
all right. They sound familiar. All right.
They did Division.
Oh, oh. Wait, that's not. Oh, see, I'm in my head. I'm thinking that's a different company. I
Yeah,
mean, a different studio.
yeah,
All right. If it's the Division studio,
yeah. They did
I
the
might have
Avatar
to
game.
put I might have to put some closer eyes on it then. All right, all
Yeah,
right, all right. Because me and Division, we got history.
yeah. So the people that did the Division. That's why the next Division is on hold.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
It is what it
the
is.
Star Wars is the moneymaker though. But I'm excited. Like it looked good. I'm more inclined to get it. Like again, because it comes out also early in the fall. It comes out in like August, so it's like there's not a lot. Well, there's two games in August that I might
Yeah,
actually
I
get
see.
to.
Wukong is
Yeah.
Black Wukong and this
So
10 days apart. I think.
depending on what I'm in the mood for at that point, that's where I'll go first. But um, it looks good, and again, I watched some gameplay the other day. Yesterday, I was watching gameplay of it, and I kind of liked how she shot and how the pistol worked and things like that. And I kind of dug the gameplay, so I was like, all right,
Yeah,
I see you.
yeah. I mean, if you said Division, you don't have to worry about gunplay. I
Yeah,
think I could give them probably like the highest praise I can give them is that they're one of the best studios for third person like shooters.
yeah,
Like in an open world like that, I think that team makes some of the best ones.
cool.
Like to play, like the feel. I don't know what it is. They know how to make it feel good when you shoot people, and they're good at stealth. That's another thing I have to give them credit for. They're good at stealth in those types of games. So, and I see it because I look at the trailer they have for it. I see the girl sneaking around and stuff. I'm like, all right, all right.
I wonder if you could shoot limbs off.
I wouldn't be surprised. I
Because I'll
wouldn't be
be doing that
surprised.
all the time.
But I
And
think since there's not something that was highlighted, it probably not.
yeah,
Probably not.
it looks good though. It looks good. It's on my. I have it on my wish list. So let's see. Yeah, you know
Yeah,
Ubisoft
definitely.
on Black Friday they go on sale. So I might just wait then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true enough. True enough.
And this the
Oh,
next game.
the other thing was
Creed.
like the stuff that there's stuff that I could honestly say I don't have any uh affinity for. X Defiant is not my thing.
Me either.
Skull is not my thing. Prince of Persia, they have. I think they said they're gonna do some more stuff for the Lost Crown.
And they doing the. They had
So
like a little tease
that's
of
the action one. Then they showed. I think they're gonna do some more stuff for the roguelike one. That's the one that just came out, and then they teased Sands of
yeah,
Time 2 years from now.
yeah,
So it, it's gonna be a while, but also whatever. Don't rush it. But then again, they showed that gave it at least a year, right?
yeah.
2026. Where's beyond good and evil? Still nowhere to be found.
I think they forgot. They're like, yo, are we working on a game? Yeah.
Nowhere to be found.
They
Nowhere to
probably
be
forgot
found.
about that studio. That studio just getting paid. They're like, all right, bet.
But there's other stuff. The Crew's not my jam. Although it looks kind of cool. Like I'm not a racing car guy, but I will say some of the stuff they show in the Crew, I can at least give it credit that it looks cool.
Yeah,
Uh, the it looks like it looks close to that game Civilization. I
yeah,
think it's called Pax Romana, NO 117. That's what the Roman guy talking to the
yeah,
sheep. Nobody, I think it was. In the trailer, it was a guy. It looked like something that was gonna be mad boring,
yeah,
and I think it was like, oh, reveal. Oh, it's a twist on one of those. Um, I think city builder type of games. Let's see.
okay.
You answer the call to become a Roman governor and guide the citizens. Yeah, it's basically like um a sim game. I think it is with
Okay.
Romans. Not my jam.
Not
Not
mine.
my jam. I didn't realize they showed Monopoly. I must have missed that.
I actually will actually play that.
No, I know. I mean, I'm not sleeping on Monopoly. Monopoly's dope. I'm trying to see who's got the license for Uno. Where's the new Uno at?
Ooh, Ubisoft.
They have Uno.
Yeah,
Where's the new Uno?
they just update the same game and just make more money.
Oh,
They
oh,
update that game all the
oh, it's the
time with new
same
decks and
Uno.
everything.
I got you. Oh,
They have like,
they should have had a little trailer for a new pack for Uno. That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Where's the up down down pack? That's what I'm saying.
yeah, yeah, in
Um,
game that'd be cool.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Uh, they show For Honor, new
For
stuff for For Honor. I haven't played For Honor since like the demo when the game first came out. Well,
yeah,
not for me. And then they showed Assassin's Creed Shadows, which I was already gonna buy it to make racists mad,
yes,
to make history deniers mad. Um, but it looks cool.
yeah,
Like they showed you literally how each character is gonna play. So you got the big, strong, slower style that you can actually change to a more mobile style with the samurai
yeah,
because they showed the club, which was the slowest,
yeah,
but then you see him with the katana and he's actually like moving at a decent
yeah,
speed. I'm like, oh, okay, okay. He's not just slow.
yeah,
He's he's more moderate to slow, and then she's obviously speed and stuff.
yeah.
So I'm like, okay, okay.
He reminds me of the Viking a lot, like just how he moves and stuff like that. Because the Viking had some fast movement and stuff. It's just like most of the weapons he has were blunt and shit. But I'm excited to see. I liked what I saw with the girl. I really did like the
I don't
stuff.
like the voice acting. Oh, it's
Yeah,
bad. It's bad.
yeah,
That approximation of Japanese voices. Oh, you must go to this, and it had a whole trailer with a woman talking like that. And I'm like, what the?
just doing it in Japanese.
Just. dub it. That
Yeah.
sounds awful. And like the lead female's voice is like, it's not doing it for me. It's not doing it for me because she's got a little bit of that to it. And I'm like, you could just, man, you
You
could
could
just,
just made it Japanese. Like honestly, like if they're in Japan, have them Japanese and probably had the dude fucking talk English or whatever. That
no, he can speak Japanese.
yeah,
Like I understand they wanted to have like a maybe an African voice actor. Maybe I get you trying to be. The smart thing would be to have people that fit the role. I
yeah,
get, but also bros in Japan speaking Japanese. So why?
that is true.
Who cares? At that point, who cares? Just have everybody speak Japanese because that English stuff, it hurt my ears.
Yeah.
It sounded like some PS2 era voice acting. It's not good. It's not
But it
good.
was alright. Like again, Ubisoft they showcased the two games that are gonna be their money makers this year, and the rest are just there.
Nah, that's hardly true. Foreigners makes there's a lot of stuff that we don't pay attention to
Yeah,
in terms of Ubi that makes money. For Honor is a cash cow.
yeah, I
All I have to say, For Honor makes a lot of money
yeah,
apparently.
I
Skull and Bones, I think, has a lot of people looking for. Like this stuff that we don't play. X Defiant already has a huge player base because it
yeah,
came out not too long ago. Like this stuff, we it's not on our radar,
yeah,
but it's doing good. It's just uh, we don't fucks with it.
yeah. There you go. But Assassin's Creed, I might be sold on it. Maybe again, I'll wait Black Friday
Yeah,
for
yeah. I
Star Wars
mean,
Outlaws. That's what I'll do.
yeah
Star
the
Wars
number one
Outlaws
thing, yeah.
and Creed. I'll wait for Black Friday.
But the number one thing I think that made a positive impression that I had no impression was the Star Wars. Now that you mentioned the division and I saw it,
Yeah,
like the gameplay and how it moves and stuff, and knowing how the division plays, that has me more amped to actually play that.
yeah. I might check that out too. And then I'm a big fan of Star Wars as well. So like, well, I'm not the biggest fan, but I like Star Wars shit, especially when it doesn't involve Jedi. I get more interested because I like using the other weapons besides the saber. So I get interested when they do like side things like that. So I'm interested. I who
I'll
knows?
just
I'll
put
probably get day one.
I'll put it this way: the sway that team has on me has me more amped to play that than it has me than I have had to play the last two ones. And I know those are good, but I don't have that same draw to play them as I do this one because of the team.
Mm,
So,
there you go.
and even though we know that was what's his name, they made freaking Titanfall and whatever. Was that Respawn?
Yeah.
There, there's a level of quality that comes with the division that is just like I can't even play and pretend that that's not my jam. So,
There you go.
uh, all right. I think that was about it for like stuff that's announced itself and it's coming out, right? I
Yeah.
mean, I did see there was a few things that was getting like physical editions that I
Yeah.
thought was actually cool. Um,
Alan Wake too. It's getting a physical edition.
well, that should.
Yeah.
It's on current systems. It should. But there's some stuff that was like getting special physical
I
editions.
also
There
got
were some
DLC
of those
this week.
small games. Alan White.
Yeah.
Do you have it?
They added like characters from their other franchises, like the chick from Control, the dude from the Xbox exclusive Quantum
Oh,
Break. Yeah,
Quantum.
they added those characters into it, and it's supposed to be like amalgam of a storyline and stuff like that. I saw the gameplay; it looked interesting.
Okay. So that was a thing that came out
Yeah,
over the weekend. Okay. Um, did you get to finish that, or
I
you didn't
haven't
mess with
touched it yet.
it?
I haven't even played it yet, so I'll play it eventually. The first one it took me a while to get into, but I finally finished it, so I'll get into the second one because I heard the second one was a lot better. So
Mm-mm.
I'll look into it one day. It's on sale now too,
Oh, the
so
other thing. Are you gonna mess with Fable? That was the other thing. We didn't really mention that
I gotta see
because this
more.
is the first time
I
they
gotta
actually
see
showed
more.
anything.
I have to see more.
Okay.
I like the
Okay.
Fable 2 a lot. Like I used to go to people's towns and wreck their shit. Um, I liked the Fable 2 a lot. I did not like 3.
I never played three.
3 was okay. Like you become king and you kind of had to take control of the fucking your realm and shit like that, but you
Is
still
that
had
what
the
the
story.
beginning of the trailer is about?
Yeah,
Oh, there's new one. That's what it's continuing from.
yeah,
Okay, because it looks like a character talking about like another one that talking about maybe the protagonist, but it's from the direction of
yeah.
a main character talking. So I was like, "What's this? Is an interesting trailer." Okay.
So if it has the essence of what Fable 2 was, I'll be more interested in. But I think it's so far away right now. I don't think it's coming anytime soon. So I got
Mm.
to see more with Fable because I actually liked. Again, Fable 2 is probably one of my favorite 360 games. So I will wait for that one. One was okay. Two I loved. So
Yeah, one I liked, and I liked it enough to try two, and two I liked a lot.
yeah, but I'm interested. But again, I gotta see more. Again, if it's day one Game Pass, I'm more likely will try it because I don't have to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
But um, it's not like I need to see more on that.
Are you going to get the Metal Gear Solid Delta
Nope,
Special Edition? Those big boxes?
nope,
Okay.
nope, not at all. I had no interest in that. I'm interested to see if Limited Run does a Power Ranger one, but I don't want to wait 2 years for it.
I think are they making? Is somebody making a Metal Slug one
I
special
don't know.
edition? I think so. I'm not 100% sure.
Let's see what the Metal Slug game called.
It's just tactics. Like that I wouldn't put it past somebody making a special edition, limited run for that, because it
Um,
is being put out by Dotemu. I think a lot of their games usually get a limited run version. Because didn't Turtles get one?
yes, I have it, and it took like a year and a half for me to get it.
Yeah. I
That's
think
the only thing that take long.
Streets of Rage got one. Like
I don't see none.
nothing for them. Okay, so they probably not gonna
They
get
have a
that.
physical edition of the collection, but they don't have the
That's
tactical.
recent though. Or is that
Nah, it's
old?
old. It's old.
Okay, okay. Yeah, no,
There's
never
nothing
mind.
announced yet.
Okay.
All right. You want to get into this movie?
Was there anything figure related that came out last week?
Um, no, I actually I talked about it last week with the He-Man and Skeletor He-Man. I didn't get none this week. This next week they started the Comic Con exclusive shit, so a lot of them are getting released now this week. So let's see what NECA is doing with the turtles.
Okay. All right.
I
All
want
right.
the suits. I want the gangsters turtles, so it could lead into Donatelli, but that's no.
I
I
mean,
need Dante.
they have the technology.
They do.
Do it.
I'm just
Do it.
saying the suit turtles would be dope. I'm just saying.
Of course. The best.
So,
I like it.
um, but yeah, you're
Um,
gonna start seeing a lot of announcements the next couple of weeks because I
have
think
they
San Diego Comic Con is coming up soon.
have they ever done have they ever done a full set of trench coat
Yeah,
turtles?
I have it.
They did, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
with the white face, professor face. Yeah, they have it.
Oh, I
You remember the
forgot
white curly, the bald
I
heads they had? Yeah,
forgot.
yeah. It comes with the faces and shit. Yeah,
Ooh, I forgot that.
yeah.
That's creepy. I forgot.
And they
I
had
forgot.
all four of them have a
Know
mask.
what I was. That's not what I was really thinking about, but I forgot. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
All
they
right.
that was a couple years ago actually. I have it.
Just
Yes.
reminded me about those faces.
And they had they had the pants on and shit. Yep.
Yes. It was just because I was thinking about the suits. Okay. All right. So we can start with the movie for this week. That is one word, one name, Logan, and that is from 2017. It is rated R. Could maybe a hard R. I don't know. It's a lot of violence in this movie.
Yeah.
I I I wouldn't let a child see this.
Fuck it, they gonna learn.
I don't think they're gonna learn about that. That's
They
not
gonna learn
naturally
today.
occurring. A Wolverine is not naturally occurring in the wild. I don't think you need to learn about that.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. It is 2 hours and 17 minutes. The release date was well, the premiere. They say was February 24th. But when was the
It's
actual release? I
March, I
don't see.
think. March 3rd.
March 3rd.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
2017.
gotcha, gotcha. Um, it is directed by James Mangold. We did bring him up before, right?
He
Did we?
directed Walking the Line, which was about Johnny Cash. That was actually a really good movie. He produced a lot of stuff too.
Okay, okay. I see that. I'm trying to see. Did we have anything? Yeah, we did. We did. The Wolverine.
The Wolverine.
So this is like his redemption?
Yeah, I guess.
No, well, no, that's not the same movie. Because it's not Wolverine Origins. The Wolverine, I'm not going to sit here and say The Wolverine was as bad as Wolverine Origins.
Yeah.
That's Origins is a terrible movie. But damn, he goes all the way back to '97. He did Copland. Copland's a good ass movie.
Copland.
Sylvester
Streets in
Stallone
Yuma's good.
did not see 310 to Yuma.
That was with Russell Crowe and Christian Bale. It was a cowboy movie. It was a remake of a spaghetti western. It was pretty good. If you like cowboy movies, I was watching that during Red Dead Redemption when that came out. Watch all the cowboy movies.
All right, all right. So we got some.
Identity is a good movie too. Girl Interrupted is really good as well.
Mm, mm, we got. We also have James Mangold on writing. We have Scott Frank. Right. Let's see. Now, why am I on here? They have James Mangold, Michael Green on screenplay. There's no there's no credits here for
Cause
Wolverine.
they didn't take the so they made their story up, as in they created their own story with the base of what they had from the movie.
No, but they usually don't they
Yeah.
give character credit?
Yeah, they I guess they didn't do it here.
There's no character credits.
Nope. They're like fuck them.
That's interesting.
No Stan Lee either.
Yeah. Who who is credited with Wolverine's like creation?
Stan Lee and Chris Camelot, I think.
Okay, okay,
Wait,
okay.
who created
So,
Wolverine? I think it was Stan Lee. Yeah, I was right.
mm.
Chris Camelot, John Romita Sr. Stan
Is
Lee
that
don't
the
have.
first artist?
Yes.
Look, yeah, Senior is the first artist?
Yep.
Okay.
So Stan Lee
All right.
did not create him.
All right. Um, so we have Hugh Jackman as Logan and X-24. Patrick Stewart as Charles. Daphne Keane as Laura. This looks like they joined the WWE. They all have first names, no
Yep.
less. Buddy Holbrook as Pierce.
They got mad at their last name. They took it away.
Oh, they took away the first name. Stephen Merchant as Caliban.
Piggy still kept
Elizabeth
his last name.
Elizabeth Elizabeth Rodriguez as Gabriella. Uh, Richard E. Grant as Dr. Rice. Eric LaSalle as Will Munson. Elise Neal as Catherine Munson. Quincy Faust as Nate Munson. Al Coronel as Federale Commander. All right, you're not important. Let's find some other people.
Bonebreaker.
I would
Danielle
say
Bernhardt.
Daniel Bernhardt as Bonebreaker. Ryan Sturz as Pretty Boy. I
Lizard
know
Boy.
no, those are two named Reavers. Bonebreaker and Pretty Boy.
Parker
Uh,
Lovin is Lizard Boy.
okay, Parker Love in. That's interesting. Who else is there? Is anybody else? Trying to see. Oh, what was the little girl? The other little girl. No, she was. Oh, she wasn't there. That's right. They didn't have her as a cameo. I was thinking that they had the little girl that's with Alfred as a
No.
cameo. Like she wasn't. She wasn't in there. Okay, I guess that's about it. Although I'm kind of sad because, all right, when you see Mutant Child,
Yeah.
there's like one or two of those mutant kids that you can correlate to a mutant from the comics. Like if you look at them, you be like, oh, that's so and so. That's
Yeah.
so and so. They didn't officially make that who it is, so we'll just leave that as is. Well, I mean, obviously, Kelton Dumont, Glowing Eyes Boy. So they allude to certain. Some of them are. Oh, you should look at this one, but we're not gonna say the name. But this one is Glowing Eyes Boy, and he's different. You know what I mean? Like, so I get it. Bumpy Skin Kid. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
No, so that's it. So let me read the synopsis before I asked about the inspirations. In a future where mutants are nearly extinct, an elderly and weary Logan leads a quiet life, but when Laura, a mutant child pursued by scientists, comes to him for help, he must get her to safety. So my question to you, Mark, is: does this story have a basis with any uh, Wolverine story?
So the basis is off of Old Man Logan.
Okay.
So that's the basis of the storyline. Did they take a lot from it? They took some pieces of it, but there's a lot of things they couldn't do in this movie. Which this
Mm-mm-mm.
that's my little disappointment, but then that's not their fault. That's just like how copyright works with Marvel and in general, because one of the big things is Hawkeye is supposed to be the character that's Steve Merchant's character. Like he's the one that's helping Logan and Xavier stay alive and shit, and it's Hawkeye that's the one that's like in the fucking shed because I think he was blind or something, or he was blinded or some shit, but he could still
Mm-hmm.
fucking shoot people easily, but he was
Mm-hmm.
blind. But it was shit like that. Hulk was a big fucking thing into it, and it was Old Man Banner. But other than that, like it's a really good storyline. But again, for what we could do with the movies, we can't really always take what the comic is and put to the movies because it just copyright's not there, and how they do business is just doesn't work. I mean, it doesn't work for what it is. But for what they did and how they did it, I thought they did a good job, and I thought they did an excellent job with this movie.
Uh, how do you feel their depiction of X-23 was?
I liked her. I thought it was cute. I followed X-23 since she debuted in NYX, so she was like a whore. She was like a hooker, and she was like getting abused and shit. And then she fucking found the X-Men and shit like that. And then she didn't know who if she was a clone. She didn't know nothing. And then she fucking found her way, and then met Wolverine, and then realized that Wolverine was very close to her in ways because the smell. Because again, she has his powers as well, so she could smell and hear. Um, but then she finds out that there's blood that are connecting, and that like, she's technically the daughter, but not like how you make a baby daughter. Like they cloned his ass, and that's how they made her. But
Okay. So, like,
she's
at
yeah,
least here, the basis for her origin, they wanted to keep some of it. They didn't
yeah,
just make everything up.
yeah, yeah,
All right, all right. So that's a plot point here where obviously the ages of the characters are different.
yeah,
Obviously Wolverine is not that old.
yeah.
This feels
Well,
like this is
he technically is that old. It's just that they
no, no. I mean
different.
from the story, from the
Yeah,
old man Logan. They don't, because obviously this the lineage of the character in the movies is not the same as
yeah,
it's not the same as the books. Obviously,
yeah,
he hasn't been through all that stuff. So that's what I mean. Like he's not that old. But it looks like this feels like this is the because remember the movies we saw before this, right?
yeah,
Days of Future Past, and then Apocalypse. And then it feels like this is like the world where they lost.
yeah.
Like I don't think it's ever explicitly stated that that's what this is. But again, they're using the actors from this movie, so that's what I'm saying is like in in the Fox X-Men universe, the story that they have told us thus far is that A, somebody can go back in time, B, apocalypse exists, and there's all types of different things. That means that at some point there could be like the mutant legacy virus or whatever. So there's a whole bunch of things. I don't think they ever explicitly state what stops mutants, do they?
No.
Because like they never tell you. Because again, you could make the case this could be their thinly veiled attempt at doing the Scarlet Witch thing.
Yeah.
Because they explicitly state no more mutants past, I think it was 2029. He said.
Yeah.
And so again, also that's not that far in the future from one when it happened and two from now. So
Yeah.
so again, but also the way they introduce X-23, she's a younger character. She's a child in this one. She's not like a teenager
Yeah.
or a young adult.
Mm.
Because even when she first appeared in like what was it? What was this the cartoon?
She just X-Men.
Evolution. She was in
Wolverine
Evolution.
X.
No, she first appears in X-Men Evolution, I think.
Oh, she does. Yeah, in the later seasons, right?
Like she's like a background character in
Yeah.
X-Men Evolution. Um, but even then, she's already like older. She's a teenager. She's like a young adult at
Yeah.
that point. So it's like this one they go way younger. Um, like shit, she doesn't even talk.
Yeah.
Like she barely talks. Rather, she's it's messed up because she's still feral. Like Jesus, how old is she? Um, so it's interesting to see how they piece these things together with what they have, and I think that's like you said, they did a good job with what they had.
Yeah.
And like to that end, it's like it kind of makes you mad that well, on one hand, it makes me upset that Fox has access to certain directors or something like that. You put it that way, directors and writers who can deliver something this good, and yet we still seem to get super hit or miss movies from them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing that kind of makes this movie more special is the fact that it's so good in comparison to everything else that came out of that studio
You know what's
in
crazy?
regards to mutant movies and superhero movies.
The funny shit is, and you want to. The funny thing that always gets to me too is the fact that Fox was really trying not to get this or Deadpool done. They didn't want them made, and if it wasn't for Ryan Reynolds technically sneaking the little footage they had and it got the buzz that it needed and shit, I don't think we would have got the 2 rated R Fox X Men movies.
Well, we
Well,
would have
3.
got Deadpool. I mean, we wouldn't have got
No,
We
the
wouldn't
Deadpool
have
was
got
not.
Deadpool,
Deadpool was almost getting canceled,
wasn't this
and this
already
one was
in the
not.
making?
This one was not in the works at the time. They were talk. There was this was in talks, but it wasn't 100% confirmed. They wanted to see what Deadpool made. If Deadpool was successful, that's what made
Okay,
this it gave the green light to this and Deadpool 2.
okay, okay.
Because
Gotcha,
Deadpool hit a billion the first movie,
gotcha.
and they didn't
Those
expect that.
Chinese
And for
like
a $53 million
it
movie,
did
it made a billion.
it did
That's a
good
big
in
thing.
it did very good in China. Those Chinese like Deadpool.
Oh yeah. But that was the
Um,
funniest shit is the fact that these movies that Fox did not want nothing to do with, and those are the ones that made their X Men franchise successful. I think they were the most successful.
and they still went ahead with that Phoenix movie, and
I
I
think
think
they
that
were
was
like, fuck, we gotta do it.
because that movie just seemed all types of
and
not great,
and that's the
not
thing. I
great.
think it was that and New Mutants. I think those two got delayed so many times because I think it was right in 2020. I think New Mutants got delayed twice in 2020, and then that one also got delayed, and then got
You know what's
delayed.
a
Then it got
shame?
reshooted, and they got delayed again.
It's a shame that New Mutants didn't get to sit on it,
No.
and they didn't put they didn't market that show that was like the New Mutants, but it wasn't called that.
Gifted Alex. something
but
X.
it was very that was show was very
It was like
good.
Gifted or The Gifted.
It was something I forget the name exactly, but I know it was on a streaming service, and I was like, oh, this is actually really good. So
It was on Channel 5.
kind of sucks that they didn't push that more because I don't think that that got renewed or anything, right? Like
No,
there's
it
there's no new
lasted
one.
like 2 seasons, I think.
2 seasons. Yeah, there's no
I
more of
think it was
those coming.
called The Gifted.
Yeah. So like something good did come past this, but they went back to their old tricks again. I see.
Yes, it's on Hulu right now. It was called The Gifted. Like it was
Mm.
Perales, and that was the main character was Perales.
Yeah.
Yeah, too bad. But
Mhm.
this movie was great.
Yeah.
It was great. Had great scenes. A lot of the fight scenes were freaking really
Brutal.
insane
They
and
they
great.
were very very
What we
very
expect from
visceral.
Wolverine.
Yeah, they basically finally gave you what you wanted to see since X2, the first time they showed
Yeah,
him do the Berserker Rage or whatever and bloodlessly kill people.
I liked the fact that it was the antimonium that was actually killing him too.
I mean, that's what it's always supposed to be.
But like they never really made that a big thing in the comics. It was like they made something for
Yes,
the. They
I
did.
will say yes, they did. Yes, they did. When it's not super recent, but by
Okay.
this movie's standards, it was recent. Because that's how they mm, technically that's how they killed him.
No, they
Um,
killed him because they fucking over fucking. They made him into
no,
a statue.
yeah, they made him to a statue. But the reason they were able to beat him up was because they kept bringing that fact back into
Oh, okay.
the story. Is that they depowered him before they killed
Oh
him,
yeah. Okay. Okay. So
and
that
then
okay. I got it. So when they depowered him, that's when the antimonium started fucking with him.
yeah, so it's like
That makes
every
sense now.
time. And I know at some point before they had depowered him before with the adamantium. Like I remember, you remember in the '90s when they took it out,
Yeah.
but they had. There's another story where he was depowered, and that's when you could find out that it was like poison to
Yeah.
him
Okay.
because it's like lead. You can't just have metal in your body.
Yeah.
Um, so it made sense.
Yeah.
And then it's something that I think maybe this movie brought it back to the forefront, and thus that's why they were like, let's go back in that direction when we kill him.
Yeah.
Um, so like to that end, I appreciate that, and it does make sense. It
Yeah.
does make sense. Um, the other thing is, uh, I do like the selection of people. I do like that they chose for the people that they could characters they could pick, right?
Yeah.
Uh, having the hidden mutant detector Caliban, like the him having to hide himself because he literally burns in the sun, like
I like the
fries up.
actor. I like the actor too. He's actually pretty funny. So I was like, I was cool with it.
But like I get it, and then also kind of because it's like why would Wolverine need a tracking mutant? And then it's like these things start to make sense when his you realize, oh yeah, well he is older and his powers are weaker, and one of his powers is his
Yeah.
senses in the tracking ability. And it's like, oh yeah, you know, he can't do that as effectively. Also, that kind of would make even more sense why he maybe they never really explicitly say he did or he didn't, but you see that he doesn't really like pick up on the fact that Laura's got a familiar scent or anything like that.
Yeah. But then again,
Like
it could be oversaturated with just her being medical and being like a, pretty much into the. It depends.
it's a
Yeah,
but yeah,
you're
a
right.
healthy Wolverine would be able to detect somebody who's related to him because
Nah,
that's just a part of the animal thing, right? That's you could smell
I smell my.
pheromones and
Yeah,
stuff.
I smell my
So
cigar in your blood.
yeah, like I don't make the rules. It just worked that way. But again, he's so old and beat up. Like yeah, it makes sense. He doesn't see anything fishy. Um, she could tell. I mean, you could clearly tell she knows what's up.
Yeah. Like
You could You could tell, yeah, exactly. But you could clearly tell she knows what's up.
But they did a good
But
job.
it was good. I think it was good. I also believe that yeah, this and Deadpool definitely pushed the boundaries because the X-23 violence is extreme.
It's great.
It's extreme. It's not just here or there a little bit of action. It's extreme violence and gore perpetrated by a child. It's crazy.
It's great.
It's banana,
So
as
what
they say.
do you give this movie?
Uh, I'm gonna say 5. This is
All
my
right.
favorite X-Men movie.
So your fives consist of Captain America, First Avenger, Winter Soldier, Dread, and Deadpool.
Oh, put it above Deadpool.
All right.
Just beats Deadpool. Just beats it. It's tied with Deadpool.
There you go.
They found a way to put the Reavers in the movie. Like what? All
Yeah.
right, all right, all right.
I'm going with four. Man, I did really like this movie. I actually liked this more than I thought I did. More than cause again, I haven't watched it in a while. This is the first time I watched it since I first watched it. So I'm gonna go five with it as well, but it's gonna go right under Deadpool because Deadpool was Deadpool, and I love Deadpool. So Logan, five. Logan was a great movie. If you haven't seen it, definitely go watch it. This was probably Hugh Jackman. If all the shit that he had to go through with Fox and all the bullshit movies that we had to watch throughout this time to get a fucking real Wolverine fucking movie, we finally got it with this one.
Took long enough. Mm-hmm.
And he stabs people in the balls. It's fucked up.
Chops arms and legs off.
There you go. But our next movie in our long list of movies is Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I think. Let me make sure. From what I remember, it is Guardians of the Galaxy. But let's see. It is. Yep, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. So, um, after Guardians of the Galaxy 2, we have Wonder Woman, Spider Man Homecoming, Valerian, Kingsman, Atomic Blonde, and Thor Ragnarok, Justice League. That wraps up 2017. So, we got some still good ones in 2017. And then, I don't know what's
I
Valerian.
need to tell you. I need to tell you something that they're trying to tell me, and I don't know if I believe it. But this is on IMDb when you try to watch the Logan trailer.
Yeah.
New rumor says that Denzel Washington is Marvel's top choice for Magneto. What do you think about that?
Um, there was rumors about that. It was him and Carlos Esposito for Xavier and him for Magneto. If they go that direction, I'll be fine with it. I don't. I think they'll do a good job in what they want to do with it. I know people are gonna bitch and let them bitch. I don't really care. As long as you have good actors and a good script, I'm fine with it. I don't care who plays them. I'm also hearing that Henry Cavill is a close choice for Magneto, Mrs. Sinister, or Cyclops.
It depends on how they want to go. If they want to go, because he's like a man age. I always feel like here's my little thing about what I feel is wrong with the X-Men in general and their portrayal is that they constantly fluctuate here in the movies with like the adults
Yeah.
or teenagers, and it's just have you ever got them as like young adults, as in like 20 somethings? Because we always get them when the beginning they're like in their 30s
Yeah.
and they're 40, like, Wolverine, whatever, but like 30s and 40s basically, and that's like the current, Famke Jensen, Jean,
Yeah.
Cyclops, Sonic the Hedgehog, Cyclops, that type of era of X-Men. They're like in their 30s. Then you go to First Class. Ooh, sorry, I almost threw up. And they're like obviously teenagers,
Yeah.
like maybe early college age, maybe. But
I
they
agree
never
with
do
you with
like a
that.
fully formed team in their in their 20s.
I would like to see like their first like. All right, they did their first couple missions. They're in that middle part of maybe having a group of teenagers they're teaching, but also having the mentorship of the older. So kind of like X-Men '97. So you got
Hmm.
most of them kind of graduated through it. They're still young, but then you also have this new students that are coming in and they're training and things like that. I'm fine with that kind of crew of guys. If they're gonna go, honestly, they again they said Henry Cavill's rumored for the X Men movies, but I honestly see him as Doctor Doom.
I don't have his acting as a Doctor Doom though. That's my.
Yeah,
I don't have experience of him being playing an
yeah, because he
evil.
hasn't done like he's always like a good guy, or
Because even when he's but when he's bad,
yeah,
he's like I don't think he has lines.
yeah,
Like sometimes some of the movies he's in when he's a villain, or the few that he's been a villain
yeah,
in, I don't think he's really been a loud and verbose and been able to talk like Doom has. Like I think you need somebody who's able to talk like that,
yeah. But
carry a speech.
yeah, but I think like Denzel as Magneto, if they actually are gonna go strong with like the with the dialogue and dumb explaining things and things like that, I think he'd be perfect for it. But I also, again, depending on what they're going and depending on where they're gonna go with X Men and how the story's gonna be told, I think he'd be fine.
I think it would be perfect if they go with the extreme and do it like it's supposed to be out of history,
Yeah,
and that is if you do Denzel Washington and I guess Esposito as Xavier, then you need to go
what up, Sip?
full ham on making them closer to Malcolm X and uh, Martin Luther King, as in the way they're portrayed. That's what I feel like. You should go that hard,
Yeah,
as in like the manners of speech, and then the the different levels of one is willing to be extreme and the other guy's not, and like I because if you're gonna take that because that's just kind of what those characters I represent anyway.
yeah,
So if you're gonna take two brown men, I think you should pull it. You should push it even closer to the envelope. Just be like, you know what? Screw this,
yeah,
because people gonna get mad anyway.
yeah. Might as well go.
Let's go. Let's go hard. Let's go hard as we can.
But if they do did get him and they do like if it's Carlos Esposito as Xavier and him as Ex Magneto, they have to have like these dialogues about the history and shit like that because those guys are actors. Those guys are gonna deliver lines like it is meaningful and shit like that. You have to have those long dialogues and them explaining things and stuff like that too. So again,
Hmm.
I'm all for it. I just want a fucking good X Men movie. That's
Same.
just me.
That's the same.
So and again, X Men's like dear to our hearts. So I actually again I love the X Men more than the Avengers. So I want them to be treated right in the movies.
Yeah. Shame on you, Fox, that it took this long,
Yeah,
and then you still couldn't do it right.
exactly. Because then you fucked up after this.
Yep.
The Phoenix
Messed
game.
up so bad that Hugh Jackman literally just wanted a cameo. He didn't want to be in the movie.
Yeah, it only took.
Nah.
Thank you for Ryan Reynolds for getting that done.
Yeah, he was done. This was supposed to be his swan song too.
Yeah. Yep,
Yeah.
yep. So, um, we wrap this up.
Yes, sir. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. Make sure you check us out anywhere and everywhere. Red Cyclone Inc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, and we got a WordPress. Where you at, Mark?
You can follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch and TikTok. All Mark with the mic. Definitely check out the cast. We have the Morphin Cast, which will have a new episode this week. We have the Not a Trekkie, we have the Gamer Rage, and we have the Shell Shock podcast. Definitely listen to all those, and our weekly The Wrestling Babble, which we did a review of Battleground. So definitely check that out. Peace out, laters, and always remember all the jinkies.